Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello there. In this video, I shall be reviewing this book right here, Liberating the Malay Mind by Bakri Musa and published by ZI Publications. It's quite a thick book, at least from my standards. 474 pages excluding the glossary and index at the back of the book. This book is basically a collection of thoughts by the author on what ails the Malay community in Malaysia and the steps that can be taken by Malays and Malay leaders in particular to remedy them. As the title suggests, the main objective is to encourage Malays to liberate their minds and suggests ways in which we can do that. It's divided into 8 parts, making the arguments in the book more easily digestible. In part 1, the author talks about how the Malay culture is a unique and resilient one, and how it should be viewed as a strength instead of the more popular notion of it being our weakness. Part 2 gives us examples of Malay people who have shown their free-mindedness, such as Munshi Abdullah and Dato' On. Part 3 digs into the science involved in free minds. Part 4 is the author's argument as to why liberating our minds is an important, really crucial step. In part 5, the author provides us with some suggestions of his as to how we might go about liberating our minds. Part 6 is a 33-page dismantling of the concept of government-linked companies and how, in the author's view, they bring more harm than good. Part 7 details why the author thinks that religion and governance should not go hand in hand. And the last part talks about the future of Malaysia and what it means to be a developed nation. There's also a bonus part at the end which gets into writing a question and answer session that the author had with a bunch of Malaysian students who were studying in the United States of America. I like that this book not only identifies the problems that are faced by our community, it also provides very specific and concrete suggestions to solve those problems. I feel like giving this book to some of our ministers and politicians so that they'd have ideas as to how to improve the conditions of the people in this country. I also like that the author displayed a wide range of knowledge fields and synthesized different ideas from different fields in order to make his points. He certainly knows his history, economics, and political sciences. He also displays an appreciation for poetry by including snippets of poems by local poets to help him drive his points home. And here are some excerpts that I like from the book. Malays have been addicted to the comfort of life under the coconut shell for far too long. We must demand a higher standard of personal decency from our leaders. We should not tolerate it when they descend to the gutters. If something is for the betterment of mankind, then it is Islamic, no matter what the label says. If it is unjust and degrades the human condition, then it cannot be Islamic, regardless what the label says. I like the book for the most part. I just find it disappointing that the author isn't beyond calling people names. He doesn't hesitate in calling people idiots or even monkeys. In the author's own words, name-calling will not change a thing. I would recommend the book to anyone who feels like the Malay community in Malaysia could be doing better, and to people who want ideas to inform future policies that might help the plight of the people of Malaysia. Overall, I think it's definitely worth a read, and I'm glad that I did. Have you read it? If you have, please share with me your thoughts on the book, especially if you have disagreed with anything I had to say in this video. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. And the next book that I'll be reviewing is Adventura Pulang ke Malaysia by Badrul Hisham. If you have any questions for me, you can always tweet me at IniAnwarHadi or email me at ini@gmail.com. And that's all for this video. May peace be upon you.
Better put this in. If you don't put this in, I don't want a friend.